What's happening, people? This is your boy Bob Rock. So we're just gonna wait for a few people to come in, and then we're gonna see what's up. Then we're gonna begin the show. It's been a while since we had our last podcast, but yeah, I think it's about time I get back into it. Still have a few PC issues, but I think it'll all be okay. Hopefully my battery lasts long enough for us to do the show. Okay, so we got one viewer and that's all I need. Welcome everybody back to the B-Rock RC show, the live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. Sorry, you can see I'm getting all tongue-tied. It's been a while. But yeah, had a whole bunch of things going on, so that's why I've been very, very quiet in comparison to what I normally do, as I'm sure you guys know. Hey Marcio, what's happening, man? Please let me know if the audio is okay. Can you guys hear me clearly? Hey Sebastian, what's happening, man? Thanks so much for joining in. Really, really appreciate it. We have 4 viewers now. How fantastic is this? I'm so glad that you guys returned to see another episode of the B-Rock RC show. It's not gonna be of the same quality as I usually put out with with all the images and videos and everything, but I hope that this will lead to me getting a little bit more active with everything. Awesome. So for the moment, I'm just using my phone to do the podcast until I sort out my computer issues. So I hope you guys don't mind. So yeah, what's been happening on your end? How's things in your country? Hashtag pray for peace. We hope that we find peace everywhere in the world, not only in the current situation happening in the Ukraine, between the Ukraine and Russia, but we want peace all over the world, peace with everybody, not just one nation or one country. We want peace everywhere in the world and everybody to be safe and live their lives as they would like to and treat everybody respectfully. I think that's what that's my few comments about what's going on there. So now, getting back into what's really happening now is our show, the B-Rock RC show, and what's going on in the world of RC. On my end, things have been a little bit quiet because, as you can see, if you guys notice, the background does look a little bit different. You can see the walls are, the walls are blue. There's something different here. And that's because I've moved homes. I finally found my own home to live in. So bought a house recently. And this is where we are. So yeah, pretty stoked about it. Hey Robert. Thanks for joining in, man. Okay, so Marcia says, all good my side. We've got time. We can chat about steering slide versus bell. Yes, most definitely. We can have that conversation. We can get into the more technical stuff a little bit later. But for now, let's see. I did come across a couple of things recently or a little while ago that I actually meant to chat about, and it was MST's new gearbox design, and I'm not talking about the one that they redid for the RMX. It's a completely new design. I've seen, and I don't know if any of you guys also follow the MST page, but I've seen them put out a design for a new gearbox. So I wish I had followed up a little bit more about it so I could tell you more. But if you guys, after this or whenever you guys have a chance, go on to the MST page, the Facebook page, and just go through the timeline there. They did post something that they are working on. And I'm sure, I think maybe Bob, you will know what I'm talking about. It's I think it's a whole new rear setup, and the gear system looks so complicated. I mean, it looks like it's innovative. It looks like they're trying something completely new, but also at the same time, it looks so complicated because there's so many gears that's in that gearbox. I think the same concern is on everybody's mind, and that the transfer of power and more gears equals more put the potential for more problems. So yeah, I tried to get some answers out of MST to find out like what exactly are you how exactly are you going to overcome these issues. Ivo Wolf, how you doing, my friend? So good to see you, man. Thank you for joining in. We just started talking about the new MST gearbox that we've come across. I'm sure you've seen it as well. So perhaps you could chime in there about your thoughts. What do you think? Is it innovative? Is it overcomplicated? Is it a little bit of both? What you think? So let us know. Oh yes, one other thing before I go on, I just want to say, give everybody a huge shout out and a huge thank you very much for all the wishes for my birthday. That was on the 1st of March. Really appreciate it. I felt the love, man. I felt the love, and that's all I really asked for. So you guys made my day. Thank you very much. So yeah, MST new gearbox. It's like a ton of gears inside that box there. I don't know how they're gonna what was their thinking behind it. Wolf says, actually I haven't seen it yet, just heard about it. Yeah, they posted it on the Facebook page, so you just need to go back in their timeline to have a look at it. But other than that, I'll find the link and I'll post it on the page right here after I'm done with the podcast, and then you can check it out, leave some comments. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. The few comments that I have seen already, people are like, whoa, MST, what are you doing? Why are you overcomplicating something? But and whilst I partially agree with that yes, it is perhaps a little bit overcomplicated, perhaps overthought. I tried to look at it from the innovation R&D side. How else are we able to progress or find out what works and what doesn't work, or find out what's the next big thing in RC without pushing the limits, without exploring the ideas? Sometimes no matter how crazy or out of the box, out of this world it may be, how are we to know that it's going to work or not work? And a lot of great ideas, a lot of great inventions were born out of mistakes, or where scientists or researchers were searching for something else and they accidentally found something that they weren't looking for that works really well and which we are using currently. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So I tried to look at it from that perspective. It's like, okay, hence my question, is it overcomplicated or is it innovative? So I think it would be nice to get some comments in, obviously, once I post a link and you have a look at it. Yeah, I think those who are more technically minded, guys like Bob, guys like Wolf, and a whole host of other people that's in the comments and on my page, I'm sure they'd be interested in commenting there. Okay, Master says, I'm sure they have invested a bit on R&D to put out something decent. Only time will tell. Agreed. Sometimes the thing with R&D is sometimes it's a hit and miss. You can produce something thinking that you have a really good idea, but once you put the prototype into play, once you put it on and start testing to see it works, and then you find that it's absolute rubbish, then, well, that's all part of research and development. That's why it's called research and development. Hey Ricky, what's happening, man? So good to see people from all over the world joining in, man. I hope you're good, man. Yeah, same here. Glad to see you as well. Hope you and the family are doing well. Let's pass on my regards to Alina and your little princess. I hope you keep well, man. It's Ricky is the man behind DNRC, and you can check out his profile, check out his page for all his merch. He has some really nice stuff out there, and it's nice to see you keeping at it and keeping it pushing, man. Just keep it up, dude. Keep it up. I don't know if you want to comment, but we've been talking about the MST putting out or potentially putting out a new completely designed gearbox, which looks hectic. But let's see, having a concern that more internal inertia and rotary masses make it eventually worse. Yes. And for me, I think I'm more concerned about the transfer of power, like you see with the shaft driven, or perhaps like the YD2 gearbox, the power is like same time. It's like quick delivery of power. But with the MST, by the time it gets all the gears going, I'm just afraid that, you're gonna eat up gears. Hey, there's the man. What's up, buddy? What's up, Caleb? Please tell me I pronounced that right. I'll just call you Gam Christian. So nice to see you and join us on the B-Rock RC show. Please, guys, if you haven't liked the page, please subscribe to the page. If you go onto my page, the B-Rock RC show, look under the About section. You'll see a link to my YouTube channel where I post all of the episodes there, and you guys can please, if you haven't already, please subscribe and you'll keep in touch with all my other work. Believe me, I've got some other plans going on at the moment. I've hit a small obstacle, but the YouTube channel is going to be a little bit more active very, very soon. So you're going to want to be part of that journey from now. So yeah, it's definitely going to be something to look forward to. Let's see. Okay, so while everybody's chatting to each other in the comments there, a very, very good, very dear friend of mine, we were chatting a little while ago, and there were some things he said which stuck out at me, and it's just he's reached a certain level of drifting or a certain mindset where he's more interested about the drift rather than the competition side. He's not focusing on growing the whole his whole community. And I'll explain what I mean by he's not too worried about growing the community. So the idea that the drifting itself, the quality of the drifting itself will speak for itself and will promote itself to the greater community. So how is he going to do that? Is by putting out quality content. So now his focus is on quality drifting, and I'm talking about my really good friend Robnik, who's doing his thing out there in Omaha in the US. I don't know why I said it so hesitantly, but yeah, he's out there doing his thing, and for him it's all about the quality versus the quantity. You have quality drifters that automatically that'll attract more and more people. So with that, like I said, it's tied into a mentality where you look at finding peace in drifting and avoiding all of the politics. Now, if you've been in drifting long enough, you would have at some point come across some sort of politics in wherever you are. It doesn't matter how big or how small. There had to be some little bit of politics in there, and this is the thing we need to avoid. And once again, I say finding peace in drifting, meaning that the only thing you're really worried about is drifting with your mates, drifting with your friends, having a good time drifting in a tandem, in a train, or just doing it really, really well. Hey, what's up, Dirk? Thank you for joining. For the other guys, or for anybody new that's just joining, I'm your host, Bob Rock, and this is the B-Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. We welcome you to season 3, episode 3, so you are in the right position. So like I was saying, finding peace in drifting, man. And I think given the current climate of the world at the moment, given how the COVID and these restrictions have placed such tension in our lives and brought about a little bit of stress as well, I think one of the things that definitely de-stresses everybody is drifting. Well, obviously whoever's into drifting, and I'm sure all of you would agree as well, that once you get on the track, your car is running well and you're just chilling and you're having fun, you're socializing, all of your troubles just seem to melt away and you're at ease, your mind is at peace, your mind is at ease, and then once you leave the track, you are able to handle whatever life throws at you. And that, for me, I think is also very important in this hobby. As much as I like the competitive side, I love pushing the limits. I think ultimately I would have to say that, the most important part, the essence of RC drifting for me is finding peace in drifting and avoiding politics. No one likes politics, man. You're just going to chase people away. Why would you want to be in a hobby that's filled with politics, where you've got people fighting against each other and talking over people, and egos are blown, overinflated? Why would you want to be in a hobby? No matter how good it is, why would you want to be in a hobby like that? We don't want that. The one thing that's always been constant that I found with RC drifting was that the community, the family, was the most chilled out, the most tolerant out of all the RCs, where we would share everything, we would help anybody and everybody, and we would all just be on good terms with each other, not fighting with each other. Yes, sometimes it happens, but we always made up. So avoid the politics, man, and find your peace in drifting. So Marcia says, it's lovely sitting for a session and then only thinking about drifting. I need to take more breaks between practices because I definitely get fatigued having 15 to 20 minute sessions. 15 to 20 minute sessions and you're fatigued out. Man, you are older than I am. Hey, what's happening, Bear? Thank you so much for joining in, man. I really, really appreciate it, bro. So nice to have one of my clanmates come and join the podcast. So Bear is a very, very good friend of mine. He's like my brother. And we play PUBG together. We're in the same clan, and he is so OP, and we have a good time there. So that's my other hobby, playing PUBG. Okay, Wolf says, a few guys, including me, have been at the Toon Crew Drift Track 2 weeks ago. We had a blast, chilling and sliding for 3 days. Oh man, 3 days of drifting. Holy cow. That's awesome. Nice of you guys, man. Well done. Hey, what's up, Rob? So good to see you, man. I'm so glad you managed to catch a little bit of the podcast. So just to catch you up a little bit quickly, earlier on we started off with just finding out how everybody's doing and what's going on in your part of the world. Then we also we touched a little bit about sending good vibes out into the world, especially regarding what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and how we wish for peace, not only there, but for everywhere there's conflict in the world. And I mean everywhere, specifically Middle East. I don't want to mention names because I don't want anybody to get offended and what, but yeah. And then also we spoke about MST. I'm sure maybe you've come across it, Rob. MST's new gearbox design. Perhaps you'd like to share a few words about it. Yeah, same here, Bear. It's always nice to see everybody, man. I hope we get to we meet up again a little bit. When I grow up, I want to be as good as Whitey Bob Rock. Whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah, Whitey, that's my clan. Not short for YouTube. It's short for Young Thundercats. Wolf says, sadly having a war going on 750 kilometers away. Yeah, man, I'm sure that's so difficult, and strength and praise to you guys and your family. I hope that you guys are safe, and that none of the war, none of the fighting, no harm comes through to you, my man. I really hope you and your family are safe, and I hope whatever is going on at the moment just ends with immediate effect. Louis, hey, what's up, Louis? Jeez, the whole of Young Thundercats is coming to coming to join here. That's so awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so at the moment we're talking about finding peace in drifting, and also avoiding the politics. And by politics, I mean all of the infighting within RC drifting. We're not talking about the other outside of RC drifting. Yeah, so my message to you guys is find your peace in RC drifting. Once you find your peace in RC drifting, you will keep drifting for however long. And at the moment, I feel like that's what we need at the moment. The hobby can very, very quickly die, very, very quickly. But it's dependent on all you guys, myself as well, to keep RC drifting going. We haven't invested this amount of time and money and effort, and formed these bonds and these friendships with each other, networked with so many people, partnered up with RC manufacturers to come this far, only to let it go. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. We all have a duty. If you are watching my podcast and you are in RC drifting, you have a duty. And well, I'm requesting to please keep RC alive, keep RC drifting alive, keep doing it. Even if it's by yourself, just do a few pictures, do a few videos. Even if you just put a cone out in the middle of the road or in the middle of your lounge and you do a few circles around it, video it, put the content out. And that's how we are going to keep RC drifting going. So, new track opened by you. Oh, that's sweet, man. I mean, you guys have a pretty nice track out there in New York. And so it'll be, yeah, you need to give me more info, man. I'd love to feature one of the tracks there as part of my track feature. My track talk feature. Yeah, that's what I labeled it. And then once I'm up and running, we're gonna hit it. RCCW is New Jersey. Yeah, forgive me for that, dude. You know, we out here in Africa, so we're busy fighting the lions and rhinos and everything. So sometimes we get lost about where's the different cities. Let's see. This one is in New York, 30 minutes away from. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I know you in New York. I love seeing you guys. I love seeing pictures of your cities, guys. So please, if you post up a few pictures, or if you take a few pictures, please message them. Please DM me. I love to see where you guys live. Like I was blown away by Netherlands. Rob showed me a few pictures of inner city. One time when he was at work, he took a few pictures. I think downtown New York. I don't even know, but it was in New York. And sure, I'll share pictures of my place. Let's see. It's inside a small shop that has an off-road track. Hey, that's cool, man. At least it's a start. Yeah. So, hey, Abu, I see you, man. I saw you. You came in for the circuit. I saw you. Snakes partly as well. I remember being down in Cape Town and having troubles with snakes. Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea. Not far away from where I live at the moment. I'd say maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. There's an area called Reservoir Hills. And that in the summertime, people get black mamas coming into their house and chilling in the house. Hey, what's up, Abu? Are you wearing contacts? No, I can see fine without the glasses. I took the glasses out because of this here. Can see the glare from the light. That's why. That's why I did it. And rain spiders, oh my god, yeah. Sometimes these buggers, they frighten me as much as the ones from Australia. No, not as much, but yeah. But yeah, send, DM me pictures of your town, of your city, man. I love to see it. Let's see, Rob says was concrete, then he bought and installed P-tile. Oh, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick. Drifting on P-tile, that's gonna be amazing. Okay, Bear, basic setup cost. Look, it's subjective. It all depends on how deep you wanna get into drifting. Whether you wanna do it socially, you just wanna mess around, bash around at home, or whether you wanna be like Marcio and go deep into it. So look, to be fair, where Marcio is, he has a world class track there where they can really push, and they have a lot of excellent drivers, and competition is really difficult there. So it makes more sense that he, being there, goes all in. But for us here in Durban, because things are a little bit slower, a little bit more laid back, we'd want to get something like a car park basher and start off from there and then work yourself up. So something like that, very basic, very entry level around here. You're probably looking at about 3.2, and that will get you like a Flying Fish or a Tamiya TT01, or if you go second hand, you'll pick up something even cheaper for half that price for double the amount of stuff. And yeah, and then that's fun to drive around in your yard, around the car park, and just slap on some drift tires and then just go wild. It's fine for all that. But now if you're on a drift like me, if you're on a drift like some of the other guys here that's watching as well, if you want to drift like some of the videos I put out and I share, then you're going to have to invest a little bit more into it. Where's the closest RC track? It's actually my track, which is in Montclair. That's going on, that we built, sure, quite a few years ago actually. Let's see, the club is about 6 years old. We built the first track around the first year, the second, so we're looking at about 4 to 5 years now. We have the drift track in Montclair, like when you go into Clearwood, when you go to Flower Road, instead of turning left to go into Flower Road, you turn right and you go up to that's Montclair, and it's at the Wanderers Bowling Club. So that's where it's happening. We need to do a bit of touch-ups there, but yeah, it's actually the only drift track in KZN, as far as I know, the only drift track. Well, I say that, but a friend of mine has actually built a drift track at his house. So I suppose it's, well, there's 2 tracks now. Let's see. Abu says, when we're gonna get an action cam on the cam? Bruh, you know what? I do have a cam. But I don't have an attachment to fix onto the car, so I can get onboard shoots. And the other camera that I really want to get, which is the Insta360, is just a little bit too much. It's a bit too expensive, so I'm gonna have to work with what I have. I use the GoPro to take my videos. I use my phone as well to take videos, and then try and compile it. Let's see. Solid advice: you must buy for your means. 100%. Just to mess around at home, TT1 a solid starting point, but to compete, need them rear wheel drives. 100%. Marcio is on the mark. Look, for the guys that's overseas that's watching. We know, and I know, we don't touch anything all-wheel drive at the moment. But however, there's one thing you must understand about the South African climate, the South African market, is that we are not geared to come right off the bat, jump straight in heavy into rear-wheel drive and go at it, because we are governed by economic difficulties. We are governed by lack of a large number of facilities, and then also we don't have a lot of people that's actually genuinely interested in RC drifting. Then we get a whole bunch that is, but really can't afford anything. So hence we work with what people have. Yeah, babe, got my own track, man. Well, I'm the co-founder and president of the East Coast RC Drift Club as well. You'd want to burn out there. Would what? I don't have anything. Marcia says also wants the Insta, but it's a lot of money. Yeah, man, it's just very expensive. If you use a 4 Pro, I think you mean a GoPro with the case and the stand, then you can put 280. Yeah, man, I can. That's correct. That's very, very true. I can do that. However, I'll need to get a rubbish body to put to use, because I am not putting none of that on my nice bodies, and at the moment I only have nice bodies. So we'll get there. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Hey, it's so nice to see all you guys. And again, for whoever just joined in, I'm your host, Bob Rock, and this is the B-Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. Hi, Super Glue. Hi, Bo. So to finish off, or to lead off into the later part of today's episode, I just want to check something. Whoops, wrong finger. Okay, my phone is going to die at any second now, so I know it's a short episode, and I don't have another hang on a minute. I just want to try something out. Hell no. Hell to the no. Homie is not gonna play that game. Yeah. Okay, so the phone is going to die any second now, but we're just going to run through this quickly. So the next part I wanted to talk about was actually partnering with companies for content creation and simply just to get things out there. Abu says, are you a drifter? Like you go from town to town? I'll smack you. Wolf says, doesn't matter, it was great to see you. Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So, whoa, where did all my comments go to? Yeah. So, yo, Ricardo, what's happening, man? Welcome to my podcast. This is a live podcast. This is the B-Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. And So the last part I was talking about was actually partnering with companies to get the RC drifting out there, as well as to get content out there. So content creation with companies that are not necessarily associated with the RC game and with RC drifting. Why did you change your accent when you said my name? Ricardo. I'm not sure I changed my accent. Maybe because I said it a bit quickly. I do apologize if you were offended. There was no ill intent at all, so apologize there. I don't know how you want me to say it. You want me to pronounce the R's? I don't know. Just let me know how to pronounce it. Send me a DM on how to correctly pronounce the name. I would be most happy to do it. I'm always training for you. So there, see, you're distracting me now. I'm trying. You know, funny enough, Abu, and this also ties in with what I was talking about with regards to partnering with different companies. So last year, Red Bull Global came to South Africa to host the Red Bull, the South African edition of the Red Bull Car Park Drift competition, which chose one real drifter from each of the regions to compete in Cairo for the world. Oh, my phone is gonna die. Guys, I must apologize. I will catch up with you next week. We will pick this up. See you guys. Thank you for joining in. Peace. 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 Okay, it's gonna end now. Critical 30 seconds. Yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for joining in.